Preparing for Java questions for a software engineering interview is important for demonstrating your Java knowledge, handling technical discussions, having confidence during the interview, and differentiating yourself.
What is autoboxing and unboxing? Autoboxing is the automatic conversion of a primitive type to its corresponding wrapper class object, and unboxing is the automatic conversion of a wrapper class object to its corresponding primitive type. What is the this keyword used? The this keyword is used to refer to the current instance of a class. It is often used to differentiate between instance variables and parameters with the same name. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism is the ability of an object to take on many forms. The typical way to achieve polymorphism is by using the program to interfaces design principle. In this design principle, we use interfaces instead of concrete classes and method parameters. In the runtime, depending on which class implementing the interface is passed, the method on that class is called. For example, instead of ArrayList, we can use list interface as a method parameter. That way, in the runtime, we can pass ArrayList, linked list, or any other class implementing the list interface. Since there is runtime binding in Java, at runtime, whichever object is passed in the method on that object is called. The program to interfaces design principle allows us to pass different implementations of the same interface, which means different objects, when calling the method. This is polymorphism. What is the difference between an abstract class and an interface? From an object-oriented programming perspective, the main difference between an interface and an abstract class is that an interface cannot have a state. An interface cannot contain instance fields. The only fields that can appear in an interface must be declared static and final. On the other hand, the abstract class can have states with instance variables. What is a package in Java? A package is a mechanism to organize classes and interfaces into separate namespaces. It helps avoid naming conflicts and provides a way to group related classes. For example, you can have utility classes in the util package, or order entry related classes in the order package, etc. What is the difference between the throw and throws keywords? The throw keyword is used to explicitly throw an exception, while the throws keyword is used in a method declaration to specify the exceptions that the method can throw. What is the difference between a while loop and a do-while loop? In a while loop, the condition is checked at the beginning, and if it is false, the loop is never executed. In a do-while loop, the condition is checked at the end, so the loop is executed at least once before checking the condition. What is the purpose of the super keyword? The super keyword is used to refer to the superclass of a class. It can be used to call the superclass constructor and access the superclass's methods or variables. What is the difference between composition and inheritance? Composition is a relationship between two classes, where one class contains other classes as attributes or as instance variables. For example, the order class containing warehouse and shipping classes is an example of composition. On the other hand, inheritance is a mechanism where a subclass inherits the properties and methods of its superclass. Composition allows more flexibility as we can apply the program to interfaces design principles. Thus, composition helps to build a loosely coupled system compared to inheritance. What is the difference between a stack and a heap in Java? The stack is used for local variables and method call executions. On the other hand, the heap is used for dynamic memory allocation, including objects and arrays. For example, objects and arrays are created in the heap. What are the different types of variables in Java? In Java, variables can be classified into three types: local variables, instance variables, and class variables, also called static variables. What is the purpose of the finalize method? The finalize method is called by the garbage collector before an object is garbage collected. It can be overridden to perform any necessary cleanup or resource release operations, for example, closing a database connection. What is the difference between a break statement and a continue statement? A break statement is used to terminate the execution of a loop or switch statement, while a continue statement is used to skip the current iteration of a loop and move to the next iteration. What is the role of the try-catch-finally block in exception handling? The try-catch-finally block is used to handle exceptions in Java. The code inside the try block is executed, and if an exception occurs, it is caught and handled in the corresponding catch block. The finally block is used to specify code that should be executed regardless of whether an exception occurred or not. What is a lambda expression in Java? A lambda expression is a concise way to call an anonymous function in Java. Lambda expression in Java is implemented using functional interfaces, which contain a single abstract method.